Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again, man. I know it's been a minute. Haven't really done a video since I did, I guess, a little bit during the Super Bowl or whatever when I did the live stream. But um, it's the off season, man. It's not really much going on. I mean, I know the Cowboys are, they dumped five coaches. They got rid of people, and they're hiring new guys. So, as we know, Brian Schottenheimer is the offensive coordinator. I talked about that when the news came out, about how it could be good for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people are a little leery because in 22 years of experience, 12 years of coaching, he's had up and down seasons. But remember, Mike McCarthy is still calling the plays. Brian Schottenheimer is just putting things together. We're going with that West Coast offense, so it actually might help Dak Prescott to have like an older guy that's, there, that's not his peer, to help him maturate and just get better at his craft. You know what I mean? Like, some of you Cowboy fans have gotten to the point where, and it's really annoying to me, and this is why I had stopped doing videos for a while, because it just blows my damn mind, like how ignorant some of our own fan base is, and how easily persuaded we are by the outside media about our team. Some of you guys, it's the same people that loved Dak Prescott before are saying the most negative things about him now. After one season of leading the league in interceptions, where he has not done that his whole career. He's actually had one of the lowest, he ranked like third lowest interceptions thrown in his career prior to this year. So what changed? Mark Cooper ain't here no more. That's what changed. And, with things going on with Amari Cooper not being here, and Michael Gallup coming back from his injury and not being 100%, and clearly he wasn't 100%, because you could see he's got another scope done and another surgery done this offseason to rectify another situation that had transpired within that situation, if you get what I'm saying. So I think Michael Gallup will be better going forward once he's 100%. They need to re-sign T.Y. Hilton. I don't really care about, bringing Odell Beckham in here, because I don't want a guy that tore his ACL twice on the same leg. That's crazy. Like, I know Odell Beckham is a great receiver, but I just don't. I go somewhere else. Get Ty, and then go get Brandon Cooks from trade the Texans for Brandon Cooks. That he don't want to be there no more. He would love to be with the Cowboys. So let's let that happen. Cowboys got to do the right thing by this team and get the right guys in place and just do what they need to do. There's a lot of free agents out there. There's a lot of free agents that the Cowboys have to either re-sign or let go, but we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that in the next video. But Cowboys did hire a former defensive tackle for the Minnesota Vikings and Philly native Sharrif Floyd. If you remember Sharrif Floyd, man, he was a terror at that defensive tackle position, man. He was not as good as Jonathan Hankins, of course, but he was dominant at that position. When I heard they signed him, I was like, they signed him? Like he came out of retirement or something and was like, boom. But he's only 31 years old, right? So I'm pretty sure Sharrif Floyd could still play if he wanted to. But basically, he's taking Leon Lett, Big Cat's position, assistant defensive line coach and quality control guy. I mean, I do quality assurance for my job, so I get that quality part, quality. But I think that Sharrif Floyd could definitely help these defensive tackles. But they gotta bring back Jonathan Hankins. He's one guy they definitely gotta bring back. Please bring back Jonathan Hankins, please. But again, we'll get into that. I'll get into a breakdown of the free agents on the next one. But seriously, we have to get things good. I like the signing of Sharrif Floyd to help out with our defensive line coach that we already have. That's a good move. I mean, I know it's crazy that they let go of Leon Lett, considering he was a Cowboy, you know what I'm saying, like in that era of Super Bowl wins. But, you know, I guess the team is just trying to rid itself of Jason Garrett guys. You could clearly see that. With all the firings, it's like all Jason Garrett guys are gone now. Yeah. Now that I think about it, like, because Kellen's gone now. And then, you knew Kellen was going to do that. He went and got Doug Nussmeier and brought him over to the Chargers too. So now the Cowboys are going to be, the Chargers are going to be a baby Cowboys now. Now, I always thought that they were the AFC Cowboys, but I really think that they're going to be the AFC Cowboys now. Wait to see. I'm curious to see what Kellen Moore does with Justin Herbert. I think he might do better with Justin Herbert than with Dak Prescott, because Dak Prescott was his peer. Justin Herbert is more so like a younger guy, so he can help with him. You know, I wish Kellen Moore much success, long as they're not playing us. That's it. Oh, and then we also signed Darian Thompson. Y'all remember Darian Thompson? He was just with the Cowboys 2 seasons ago, battling in that safety spot before we got Donovan Wilson and Curse and all of them. Darian Thompson, remember, at one point in time, he was the safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the best that we had out there. It's funny how things change now that we got Malik Hooker and J-Ron Curse and the hard-hitting Dono Wilson. They gotta bring back Dono too, but again, we'll talk about that. I'm trying to curb my enthusiasm on some of the guys that I would love to see back on this team. But yeah, so they signed Darian Thompson to help out with the linebackers. So he's gonna be assisting the linebackers coach and being a quality control person in that aspect, kind of basically what George Edwards was. Now, I'm shocked that they got rid of George Edwards, because we have former Viking players on this team, like Anthony Barr, J-Ron Curse, and now Sharrif Floyd on the but not as a player though. But that's the only signing that's the only one that I'm like, why did we get rid? Well, also the running backs coach too. They got rid of Skip Pete too, and I'm just like, so we still gonna need a running backs coach, still gonna need a quarterbacks coach. So we'll see what comes down the pike with those things. We just have to trust let me not use Jason Garrett isms. We have to allow things to transpire the way that they transpire. I trust Mike McCarthy. I think that he's a great play caller. I just think the Cowboys should have done that in the beginning. You know, Jerry Jones won a boy wonder, and it didn't work. So try something different, right? No hate to Kellen Moore. I like Kellen Moore. I just think that he's not good for Dak Prescott, right? I just think that he can't grow with Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott can't grow with him. Dak Prescott needs an older guy that has also, offensive coordinator experience, years of it, to come in and help him. Like Brian Schottenheimer, like a Norv Turner, even a Sean McVay would have been good for him. You see what Sean McVay did with Jared Goff. We thought Jared Goff was going to be a bust, and then he did something with him. Then they traded him, brought Matt Stafford over there, and then Matt Stafford finally won a Super Bowl. Y'all talked about Matt Stafford like a dog when he was with the Lions, because he didn't bust a grape over there. All of a sudden, he comes to the Rams and gets a better coordinator, and then he wins the Super Bowl the first year. So I just want you fans to understand what I'm saying, that coaching matters. Not talking about the head coach, but your actual position, your coordinators. Your coordinators make sense. Eric Bieniemy is about to be the offensive coordinator for the Commanders. Commanders is getting ready to do something. So understand that this division is getting ready to get harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know the Commanders already had a great defensive front. They fixed that offense. They got guys. They just weren't used right. So understand, and when I say these things, you guys are like, "Oh, Irvin, you are E2, you always giving props to these other teams," and because I understand what's happening, because they're trying to get better. Every team in this division is trying to get better. The Giants got better with Brian DeBall. The Eagles got better with I don't like their coach, but whatever, he works for them. Um, Eric Bieniemy leaving the Chiefs, going to the Commanders, like that's gonna be huge for them. And if they choose to make Sam Howell their quarterback, that's gonna be crazy. So Cowboys, we have to do our business and make sure that we maintain and keep up in this division, because you can't win a Super Bowl if you can't defeat your division first. Period. But until next time, y'all. Peace. Back to the work grind. It's Monday. Y'all have a great morning.